Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing this Tuesday evening? I almost didn't come because I forgot what day it was, child. Like babysitting in my own real life, I'm a little discombobulated right now. But yeah, for the people who hear the child in the back, there's no point complaining about it. She's not going anywhere. And I say that because some people in the comments were like, can you record when she's asleep? No. Sometimes I cannot. So, anyways, how are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling about this season? We are 5 episodes in. Hello, Alicia. Oh, that could go a lot of ways. But hey, how are you doing? What are your guys' thoughts on the season? Because I'm inclined to say it could be a flop. It could be a flop. We're only 5 episodes in, so maybe it's a premature judgment, but I'm leaning towards this season was a flop. Favorites of the season for me, Ayanna for sure. I'm talking. Yeah. Hey girl, hi. Huh? You want to call your daddy? Oh. What do you want? I'm talking. Yeah. Actually, go get the phone. Go get the phone in the bedroom. Sorry. Hey Nicole. Hey Terry Ann. Huh? In the bedroom. Go get the phone. This is gonna be a long life. Okay. It's flopping like a fish out of water. Listen, this is my first time watching and I'm not impressed. Nicole, you should go watch season 1. I'm telling you, it was exponentially better. I didn't like the theatrics between Carlton and Diamond. I felt like that was extra for no point. But no, go that way. Go that way. But I did feel like season 1 was better. I know what they were trying to do in adding the diversity, right? But I feel like they manufactured the diversity. So the Indian couple, it's great and all. Huh? Okay, never mind. It's fine. The Indian couple, I feel like, is manufactured because they both talked about not being interested in their own kind and also not wanting a traditional marriage. But then all of a sudden, fast forward to the preview, and they're having a traditional wedding and all that stuff. And he's like, oh, it's like being with my aunt. I'm like, all the stuff that they're saying is not what's coming to pass. Okay, shh, quiet. Watch Cocomelon. Yeah. She started whispering. That's hilarious. Ayanna, I loved. Second season is so bad so far. Yeah, I know. You can't hear? Heavenly is saying she can't hear. Y'all can't hear me? Yeah, long time on them beats. I ain't seen you in a minute. You're in the castle? Okay. Season 1 was superior. I agree. They messed up the season. No one is good fit. Ayanna and Jared had potential, but he has a preference. He knew Mallory was Spanish. She's basically my child now. Listen. No, I'm just babysitting. I've got one more full week and then a couple days. But yeah, I feel like it's forced. I love seeing the diversity of having an Indian couple, but I feel like it's forced. And then you have Shane picking Natalie. I loved seeing an Asian woman be picked. And at first I kind of thought it was forced, but now that I'm seeing Natalie in a more natural setting, it seems like she really is the female version of Shane, at least the Shane that we were introduced to, because even Shane has kind of changed, and it seems like Natalie is the one who's kind of like, because I describe Shane as a tool, I just don't know what word to use when describing a woman. Can women be tools? I don't know. But yeah, no, because everyone this season is just not a match. Season 1 was perfect. Yeah, I wouldn't say perfect, only because I didn't like the Carlton Diamond situation. But yeah, huh? Am I wearing a hat? Yes. It's just a little quieter than usual. Okay, let me see what I could do. I'm gonna be so distracted. Guys, literally, it's like at the highest. Maybe y'all gotta just turn up your volume because literally the mic is right here. And it's at the top volume. I don't know what I can do. Season 2 seems so scripted and full of people wanting to increase their social media followers. I mean, they definitely showed the woman who was only talking about social media. I think it was Kara. Kara or Trisha. I think both of them actually. Kara and Trisha were like that. Carlton and Diamond's situation was good TV. Really? You think so? Yes, E, I'm ready for this. Hope all is well. All is well. Thank you. Yeah, she calls it a hat. You hear me loud and clear? Okay, so we're going to proceed as if we don't have technical difficulties. I love that everyone is in agreement. This season ain't it. Right? And don't they have testers for seasons? Don't they show it to a group of people, get a litmus test of how the public will receive it, and then do some corrections? Because there was no litmus test done on season 2. There was no litmus test done. I was talking about diversity. Jared and Ayanna. Love Ayanna. Literally love her. I love that even out of the pods, she showed more personality. And I'm like, this is great. Because the long-suffering Black woman storyline they were creating for her was exhausting. It was exhausting. And I appreciate that Jared admires her strength, but it was enough. I was tired. Them together really pisses me off because like somebody said, you can tell that he has a preference. You can. And that's not to say he does not like Ayanna, but his first choice was really who he wanted to. And I hope to God they have a reunion where you actually watch back what happened. And I want to see her response to him being so emotional to Mallory rejecting his proposal of a proposal. Yeah, there was no authenticity. I agree. Hey, I'm Carter. I can't stand Jared. Me either. Hated it. Damn. Girl, I'm not sure they do those tests anymore. They're just pumping stuff out. That has to be the case. I think if Shayna knew how Shane actually was, she would want him. Maybe. Everyone was excited to make the experiment work. And I think that it can work. It's just up to casting. And so someone in today's comments was saying that they read an article where it says there are other connections that happen within the pods, but they only pick to feature the couples that they believe would bring the most drama, which does make sense because you have, remember I said Nick and what's her name? Danielle. There's a potential for volatility. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to go with it. Here it is. It's coming. It's looming. And then Jared has his little love triangle with Mallory. Mallory's not really into Salvador, but Salvador is the sweet guy, which you can't help but love. So obviously you feel bad for him. And then you have the Jessica 2.0 in Shayna, who has the guy who's a good guy, but isn't quite her type, so she goes for the other person who made a connection with another person. I'm like, are y'all for real right now? This is not what we came to Love is Blind for. This is not a shot at love with Tila Tequila. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show. This is not Flavor of Love. This is not The Bachelor. This is Love is Blind. We came for the wholesome storyline. Throw in a little bit of drama, I get it, but the whole thing is dramatic. Everybody, not one wholesome couple we can root for. That ain't cool. Shake is awful saying that Deep Tea gives him anti-vibes. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Rewell, that is heavenly. The heavenly, you know. Also, no shade to Ayanna, but I wish one of the fully Black women had found a partner in the pods. Yeah, there's no shade to her either, but I felt the same. Like Cassidy, there was another woman who had full curly hair. There was Aja. I'm like, damn. Now we have to see Ayanna and Jared. Love Ayanna, but that means we're stuck with Jared. That's the problem. him saying to Mallory, I would have done that over and over. Ugh, major ick. Like your fiance is right there, bro. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Huh? You forgot? Yes. What did you forget? Yes, I do. Okay. Can you eat? Oh, God. Okay. If y'all saw the hecticness that's happening on this floor here. Yeah, where's Cassidy? Man, they showed Cassidy talking to Shake one time, and that was it. We never saw her ever again. We never saw... Y'all, when I was doing the most recent video, I was like, who the hell is... What's her name? The other Indian woman. I didn't even know there were 2 Indian women casted. I had no idea at all. But you know what? If they were trying to push like a different, like more diversity, I would see why Shake wouldn't connect with her, because she does seem like she's traditional just based off of what she was wearing. It's a biased assumption, but that's what I'm saying. He needs to be more nurturing to Ayanna. She is not an emotional dumping ground. Yes. I could not believe him come to her with his drama between him and Mallory. Disgusting. Ayanna probably accepted the proposal because to his credit, Jared was honest about having more than one connection all along. She just deserves so much better than not being number one. You're right. And in terms of vulnerability, he was with her. Like, their connection was good, and I was rooting for them until I saw how different he would be. To me, what puts me off, and Shane did it as well, where you have the person who's the safe option, and then you have the person who's like, who you would actually lust over. And for Jared, that was Mallory, and for Shane, that was Shayna. Because the way that they would talk to those women was completely different than how they would talk to Natalie and Ayanna. And regardless of how we feel about Natalie now, she didn't deserve how he was talking to her or how he would play both sides. And then with Jared, yes, he was honest, but can you truly be honest if you have a lust for one and safety in another? I don't know. Because if I knew you were talking cheeky like that to another woman, I would have a problem. I would really have a problem. And I find it hard to believe that at the point of proposal, you can truly be tied between 2 people. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I really don't. Shane deserves that annoying blonde who didn't make it. Trisha? Probably. Yeah. But that's what men do, Queenie. Well, God made me a woman for a reason, because I cannot fathom it. I cannot fathom it. I was rooting for Danielle and Nick, but she needs to work through her insecurities and trauma with therapy, not a husband. Agreed. Another problem I had was the women who are bigger or had been bigger. I know I said this in the review, but we're going to say it again. It's like weight is their personality. And I would have loved to see more, because we only saw, the workout question for Hope, and then Deep D talking about how she recently lost a lot of weight and she's insecure about that. I'm sure she has more to talk about than being insecure about her weight, And the same with Danielle, except with Danielle, she actually does really hold that, because if you remember, she said she was on the balcony. Sorry, it was quiet for a second. I was scared. She was on the balcony watching the party, and she thought that Nick was flirting with other women. And then she said, oh, well, in the past, I've been insecure about my body, so I thought like he was looking for something better. Babe, a husband is not going to fix that. You're going to have to do the self-work on your own to get over that. Dun, 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 dun. It's because Shane wouldn't be able to gaslight Shayna. Maybe. I like Shane though. Typical white vibe. Didn't expect more. And you know what? I think I couldn't even be mad at him, because I felt like he fit the caricature that they wanted in picking Shane. I was like, Shane is that guy. Like, when I think of a frat boy, I think of somebody like Shane. It was kind of great, to his credit, to see him be a little bit more vulnerable when they came out of the pods, because Natalie kind of turned into the dickhead. And he was like, listen, you don't say nice things about me. You don't really compliment me. And it's making me feel away. I'm bragging about you to other people. Like, what's up with that? So I was like, oh, okay. They made Shane look human. That's interesting. But yeah, the editing and how they contrasted those two people, like Shane and Natalie, it's confusing me. Because where did this personality from Natalie come from? Where did it come from? Not Ted Bundy. Oh my gosh. Jared is giving me red flags when he would walk through the doors of the pods asking, hola, can you tell he was fishing for the Latina that is not dating blind? I think at some point you can kind of tell who comes from where, though. Like, in the way that I talk about my experiences, at some point you're going to figure out that I'm an African woman, that I'm a Black woman. So I hear you. But it's kind of hard to cover up race and ethnicity. I think more so it's just the physical characteristics that they're saying is the blind part. Even if he was dating another, I don't want to hear about y'all stuff. Go take a walk, work out, get yourself together. He got Mallory tacos and all that, but brought Ayanna nothing, no effort. You are correct. He ain't give that girl not a damn thing but stress. Oh my gosh. Am I missing something? What? Okay. Am I missing something? What did Natalie do to Shane? Natalie didn't do anything to Shane, but she was more abrasive outside of the pods than inside of the pods. Okay. She was more abrasive outside of the pods. And then... Yes, Tunde. Yes, it's open. Okay. Damn, what was I saying? I don't even know. Yeah, she was more abrasive. And even the women who were shown outside of the pods, they were saying that Natalie is the female version of Shane. Like, her behavior didn't surprise them. And I was like, where was that? We didn't see none of that. I don't know why Shayna said yes. She didn't want to. She knows they're too different. And that emotion that she showed, those were tears of sadness. She was not happy. She was not happy at all. But then I guess she knew that you're singing. Okay. I think she knew that with Shane, a fruitful relationship probably wasn't going to be their reality. And with Kyle, he seems more put together, but it was just the religion thing. To us, the difference was the religion thing. She's trying to make it seem like it's more than that, which if it is more than that, then girl, you definitely should have not said yes. I buy that you can like more than one person by proposal time. Exactly why we have polyamory. Valid. These people be proposing in a week and a half. They don't know these people like that. You're right. Okay, can you watch your thing? I swear she doesn't talk this much. Like, it's only when I'm in front of the camera where she's like, I'm going to have a conversation with you. Okay, make a castle. Okay. Bruh, she be knowing I'm working. Here's my thing. The polyamory argument, you are correct, right? But my assumption is when you're casting for a show where the end goal is engagement, the people are going to be monogamous people. People who subscribe to monogamy. So in this experiment, I actually don't get it. But you are valid in that you're saying that's what babies do. No, I'm telling you, she's in rare form. I'm telling you, she's in rare form. Because every time I turn on the camera to record a video, she's like, yeah, I'm going to tell you every single thing I want to do. When the camera's off, she's glued to that screen. Glued. So, yeah. Kids like to talk when other people talk. It's the camera. I'm telling you, it's the camera. Here's why it's the camera, too. If I'm on the phone with her mom, she's like, I don't know who that woman is. But when the lights are on and the camera's on, she's like, yeah, It's my time. The way Jared broke down because he couldn't have his Latina preference it was really disgusting. Yeah, it was sad. It was sad. And I don't even know if it's like necessarily a Latina thing. Like, he didn't say that, so we can't put that on him completely, right? But I think like maybe somebody who's more playful and who's, because when I think of Ayanna in the pods and outside the pods, I saw more playfulness from her outside of the pods. She seemed more relaxed, seemed funnier. I didn't even know her laugh was that infectious. When he got her the Polaroid camera, I was like, damn. Okay, she's got energy for days. But in the pods, the more flirty person, the more outgoing person was Mallory. Could be the Hispanic thing. We don't know that for sure. But definitely, hey, Ramel, definitely picked a safer choice. That's what babies do. They want attention when they're doing something and not involving them. Okay. Facts. She's just trying to be in the video. Some way, somehow, this is true. Jared was boo-hooing over Mallory. Mallory was crying just as hard. I believe she really wanted to say yes. And not even that. Did y'all notice that Ayanna was the one to go console her? And I'm like, girl, did you not know why she was crying? Did you not know? I don't know, y'all. Can we just talk about how both brown people, Shake and Deep D, wore... What? I'm not understanding. Can we just talk about how both the brown people wore them only dating white people like a badge of honor? Okay. Oh, okay. What do you guys think that is? At least for Shake, he kind of gave a reason, and he said, coming to America, it was, what was it? He said one thing, I forget, and white women. And that was like, wow, like America's amazing, an amazing place. And that's why he was attracted to blonde white women. I forget what the other thing was that he used. You're loving the season, Ramel? Damn. Yeah, so it is interesting how they do wear dating white people as a badge of honor, which there's nothing wrong with it, but that's what made it more confusing why they went for each other. I feel like it wouldn't have been an issue if he picked a white woman or if she picked a white man. But y'all both don't date y'all's each other, but you want to get married. And then I'm thinking, okay, is it a thing where like you can date and have fun with all types of cultures, but when it comes to marriage, you need to get together? Because that's what I feel like Mallory did with Salvador. Because she don't love that man. She don't love that man. Oh, you're making a point, Anastasia. I think Deep D went for white men because she isn't down for the submissiveness of traditional Indian relationships. She did say that. Shake gives podcast energy and not the good kind. Snow. Thank you, Davion. Snow. He said snow and blonde women. That was like, wow, we are in America. So I mean, here, I'm Zimbabwean. It happens in our community too. It is not that common for Zimbabwean people to date Zimbabwean people. The Zim men like them a white woman or a Hispanic woman or an Asian woman. It's the story for a lot of immigrant people. It is. Mallory isn't attracted to Salvador at all. She's not. And she really keeps trying to convince herself and him. And I'm like, girl, don't fight it. You can say no. And I'm thinking, is it now a compulsory thing by contract where it's like, yo, we're now featuring y'all. You have to make it to the wedding. I don't know. I hope Natalie isn't the type to stay even though the guy is a prick. The preview where Shane, ooh, comments are moving. The preview where Shane and Shayna are flirting and the text at the dinner table, I would have flipped the table. Forget flip the table. I don't even want to show you that you bothered me. I would do like Shayna and leave in the middle of the night. Where's my fiance at? In Chicago. I'm at home. Bye. The fact that Shake asked if he would be able to put her on her shoulders at a music festival, trying to ask about weight without asking. And that's not something. Okay, I feel like you really, do you want to say hi? Okay, can we say hi and then you go back to your thing? Because goodness sakes. Say hi to the people. Say hi.
Hi.
Look up there. Say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
No, you say how are you?
How are you?
Say I'm watching Cocomelon.
Cocomelon.
Okay, bye now. Bye.
Hello.
No, bye. Bye. Thank you. Hopefully, she'll be done. Yes. Go away now. She said, "Oh man." Yeah, that's not something that you get over that quickly. Just not all y'all saying hi like she could read. I'm joking. Yes, she is very cute. She's very cute. They're saying hi to you, Tunde. Oh, now you don't. Now she don't want to talk. Ooh, the dramatics. It's the fact that God tried to knock some sense into Sal at the beach side setup with Mal, but he didn't take the hint. But then the thing is, Mallory came back around. Mallory came back around and was like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't what you think it was. And the reality is, if he wasn't privy to the conversation, he can only take her word for it. So if she's saying that really wasn't the case, then I mean, he has to believe it until he watches back and then he sees what they really were talking about. And that she really does feel like she made a mistake. I don't know. And Shake has a lot of nerve to talk about somebody's size and body. He's not even that fit himself. No shade, but shade. And he was a chubby kid too. Was this a storyline? Were they trying to make him seem like this superficial person and then humanize him after the fact? Because for him to be like, yeah, I was actually chubby too, and maybe I've been projecting my insecurity. It took you coming on Love is Blind to have a whole mental shift of like, oh, I'm not superficial anymore. And he couldn't even keep it up because as soon as he saw the other people, he was like, damn, everybody here's so hot. Yeah, we're all so hot. And then it really sunk in like, oh no, she gives me auntie vibes. You've never been attracted to her from the first day you saw her. Like, he really tried to sexualize her real quick with the booty grab and all that stuff. I was like, this is forced. Yes, Mallory gave gaslighting vibes at the end. Yeah. This is the gaslight season. Mallory really unvalidated Salvador's emotions. She did. Yeah, y'all are really not feeling Mallory. Do you think the ring Jared bought was actually for Ooh. Could you imagine? Oh, the embarrassment. Oh, man. Ayanna, please don't make it down the aisle. Question, would you do this show or Married at First Sight? I would pick Love is Blind because you can leave and not get married. Dang, which one would I... Ugh. I actually would prefer Married at First Sight, because at least I know that I have a partner. Where Love Is Blind, you go through the whole damn process just to be shown for 2 seconds on the season. Yo, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. But I'm a type of person who I feel like can make a relationship work with a lot of people. When I look back at my past like love connections or whatever, 90% of them are not what I would consider my typical type. So something like Love Is Blind, I feel like would work for me because I truly am a personality person. For real. So I feel like the concept would work if you pick genuine people who are about personalities, not people who are like trying to do the experiment. Like, let's see if I truly can find love when I break down the barrier. No, like bring people who are actually not pressed by a type. It's not chicken. It's beef. Yes. Yes, it is. Eat it with a spoon. Not your fingers. Yeah. Please review Love Is Blind Japan. I live for your commentary. We'll see. We'll see. I've been seeing it a couple of times. We'll see. We'll see. There was another question somebody asked me directly, but I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, Ayanna's ring is silver. Okay. Okay, so we're in the clear. We're in the clear. This season is giving a ready to love, no matches, and real connection. Whew, on them beats, mercy. This is facts. This is facts. What I would like to see change from this show is like, I feel like they're trying to emphasize the fact that like superficiality is a part of dating. And so they did show us some of that, a lot of that on the show. But that's something that we already know as people. You know what I mean? In the same way that right now, like most of us are walking around with masks because freaking COVID. Every time you come up to somebody, you don't ask, why are you wearing a mask? Because we know what it is, right? So like show us the real connections. Have the dating process, because it was only like 2.5 episodes of the actual dating process. I wanted to see more of the other conversations. And I want to see where some connections fizzle out. I want to see where some connections get stronger. Because as of right now, it's looking like a money grab season. It's looking like let's drum up the drama. Let's drum up the diversity that's contrived, in my opinion, and keep people hooked. But now there's what? Almost 150 people in this chat. And a good majority of us are not interested in this season. A good majority of us are genuinely disappointed. It's sad. I think when new dating shows start, the cast is usually very honest because they have never seen the show. Then when new season... Okay. Shh. You're yelling. Yeah. What was I reading? Then when the new seasons come through, people come in for different reasons, including fakes. You win. Good job. Okay, go sit down, go. That is true. The same can be said about Too Hot to Handle. I felt like as the seasons kept going, like people purposely wanted to lose money because it was like, oh. But like, don't do that. Don't do that. And Love Is Blind, it's turning gimmicky. It's turning gimmicky very quickly. It's only been 2 seasons. That's bad. Mallory's version of authenticity comes off like a robot trying to mimic human emotions. She's empty inside when it comes to style. Like she says words, but her face doesn't match what she's saying. But when she's talking to Jared, oh, it's all smiles, giddy. Oh my gosh. Her disposition changed completely. I think that this is the reality of how shallow the average American is. Yeah. This season doesn't have any real connections. Yep, agree. I felt like they did season to show that normal, average-looking people are superficial, and how dare can they when they are not the norm. Okay. So we normally expect superficiality from people who are like quote unquote the beauty standards, but even regular looking people can be superficial. I hear that. I hear that. There's so many people that feel like they passed over for trying to match season 1. Maybe the new cast is too self-aware of the process and now they're getting superficial in the questioning. So then how would you pose the show without exposing that it's Love is Blind? Because you still want people who understand that, listen, this isn't your typical like, ooh, bikinis on the beach kind of dating show. But then also make sure that you're not getting people who are like too aware of the process itself. How do you do that though? Too Hot to Handle was so gimmicky and cringe. Season 1 and 2 were way better. No one likes these artificial relationships. It was just too much. Same thing with Love Island. My problem with Too Hot to Handle was they pick the same places around the world. Have we seen any other African than from South Africa? Have we seen any other Europeans than from... Actually, yeah, we have. So scrap that. I ain't seen somebody from Brazil. I know they have a Brazil version, but the Canadians are either from Toronto or BC. Fam, get somebody from Saskatchewan. All right? Bring somebody from Alaska. Get somebody from Germany. Bring somebody from China. From Egypt. Sorry, this is not a Too Hot to Handle chat, but that's how I felt. Another thing I noticed about the regular looking cast is that they settle a lot. They did. There was a lot of settling this season. There was a lot of settling A lot of settling. I never watched Too Hot to Handle. Ramel, you are missing nothing. You are not missing a damn thing. Hello, Adril. Get someone from Edmonton. Damn. Rewa, do you want to go on the show? Or are you trying to be casted for season 4? Somebody from Pakistan. You know what I'm saying? Too Hot to Handle had a Nigerian, though. They did who? Who? I mean, okay, so what I mean by that is like people who are from that country. Like you're picking them from Nigeria. Like you can be Nigerian, but living in the UK, living in like the States. To me, if I see an American, I want to see like whatever, typical American, like Black American, Native American, whatever. But if you're bringing somebody from, like if you're bringing an Asian, I want them to literally live in the Philippines, live in Taiwan, like live there, you know? Yeah, Nigerian from Toronto. What is that? No. Yes, the same self-esteem issues are loud this year. Hella loud. Hella loud. Child, Obi's from Toronto. Yeah, Obi's from Toronto. F-Boy Island was a waste of production. They wasted all their money. Oh, thank you, Audrell. I appreciate that. They shouldn't have kept by Ramal. They shouldn't let the cast know the purpose of the show until toward the end. Relive. We're gonna move past that word. Ask everyone who's the favorite top 2 and continue to date those exclusively. But here's the thing. We know the premise of Love is Blind now. So as soon as they put you in a pot and you're talking to somebody else on the other side and it's supposed to be a dating show, you already know that it's Love is Blind. So I don't know how that would work. I don't know the logistics of that. Where's the cast from this season? Does anyone know? They're from Chicago. You're drinking your juice? Good job. Eat your rice. There's more rice on the floor than in your plate. God have mercy. Eat your rice. Apparently they're doing Love Island and Jared. They've been saying this since September. And we are still waiting. We are still waiting. All right, so what are the actual good things that we can root for? Because let's not say we absolutely hate it, because here we are talking about it. Clearly, we don't hate it that much. So what are the good things that you guys can pick out from this season? Oh, she's talking about Too Hot to Handle? Oh, girl, they're from all over the world. They are from all over the place. Danielle shutting herself in the closet and crying for 3 hours. She really needs to get some help. She should be worried about the men Nick is looking at. Oh my gosh, I read it and I didn't even understand until the last word. Oh my days. Oh my days. I wish for shows like this and Married at First Sight that they would make the contestants go to therapy for at least 1 month. Some of these people walk into the show so damaged and projecting their issues. Or at least have a coach, man. Have a coach. Have a coach. I promise you, if I'm on a date with somebody and they keep bringing up, and also, I can't even say that they keep bringing it up because a lot of the show is edited out. And even last season, Lauren was saying it sounded like I was talking about race a lot, but they just kept running that conversation back when really that wasn't the case. So maybe it's production, maybe it's the person. But at some point, constantly bringing up your constantly bringing up your insecurities makes you sound really damaged. And then we can't really root for you, you know? You forgot? Okay. Reminiscing about all these shows. Now I'm thinking about if Love Island USA is going to be terrible this coming season. Oh, I could tell you that for free, yes. Actually, let me not say that because I feel like the US version is getting better. Because season 1, abysmal. Season 1 was trash. Season 2 was better. Season 3, I felt like, was the best. But season 4 could be a train wreck. You finished your juice? Good job. Huh? No, we're not getting milk. We're not getting milk. Yeah. Go drink your water. Yeah. Yeah, go drink your water. It's in the bedroom. I think they have to know the premise of the show. They just need to stop casting for drama and really screen for people who want to marry. Or if what the person in that comment said was true, go with everybody who has a connection. If there's drama that comes out of it, that's fine. But don't purposely pick the couples so you could push drama. You know what I mean? So apparently there are more connections than just the 4 couples that... Is it 4 or 5? Just a few couples. That's yours? Yes. Okay. The few couples that they showcase were not the only connections there. So show everybody. And then if people fall out during the process, then they fall out. That's fine. That's okay. Life happens. No, you can't sit on me. Sit on the ground. I think you should go into... Me? You know what? I was actually having this conversation with my friends the other day. The reason why I could never go on a dating show is they never cast my type. And like I said earlier, I don't have a type, but the majority of people that are on these shows are people I don't find attractive. You have both of your hands. You should. You should have both of your hands. Yeah. The little voice is too cute. Yeah, it's cute across the screen. It's not cute right now. I feel like casting... Like, if anybody's watching Ready to Love, I feel like Ready to Love is more so like what I like. I like a more mature looking man. I want a black man to marry. Like, these shows don't be casting. Like, I be watching Too Hot to Handle and I'm like, really? These are the hottest people you could find worldwide? Worldwide. Okay. But the premise of Love is Blind is to have regular people or some... Oh, thank you for the super chat. Or people who are just trying out the personality thing over looks. Love is not blind because they use real names and accents. It's pretty obvious for some of the ethnic folks. Yeah, and that's why I was saying the only blind thing about it is the actual facial features. But you over time get to know like if the person is Wow. It's you? Okay. Nice. Over time you get to know this person is thicker, this person is thinner, this person is from this place, this person, you know what I mean? Yes, baby. Thank you so much. You can put it down. Thanks. You're going to show me? Okay. Now you said a word. Most of the people they cast do not be people I would find attractive outside because I would want a Clifton. Okay, Domo. Give me a Clifton, baby. Don't give me... Don't give me a Shane. Oddly enough, I am attracted to Kyle. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but like, don't. I could never be on these shows. Yep, I think you shouldn't be able to ask about race. I'm telling you guys, you can sense it. Sometimes you can just sense it. How can I hide the fact that I'm black, but then if I'm talking about my heritage, I'm Zimbabwean? Like that's a part of me. It'll be really hard to not bring it up. Or even like if I'm talking about my friends or what we do, you oftentimes can figure it out. Like even with Cam and Lauren, he was asked later on if he could tell she was black, and he's like, yeah, I knew. Of course I knew. I won't Laverne, but he's agreed. I get it. I see why you're attracted to Kyle. Really? I'm yet to see it for myself. You're so sweet and patient with her. It's a lot. It's your birthday? Happy birthday. She does this every day. It's her birthday every day. Yeah. I don't expect the same result from last season, but this season though wasn't strong enough. So what would you guys have liked to see? What would you guys have liked to see? Especially when they speak Spanish, you know that they're Hispanic or Mexican. You can tell by the accents. Yeah, it's really hard to hide, y'all. It's really hard to hide. Because listen, when I start getting loose at the mouth, what white girl is going to talk like this? Unless she's forcing it. Because that be happening too. Tune into TikTok. This is true. I saw one of your videos from the first time yesterday and already subscribed. Your personality is litty. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Y'all are only seeing a fraction of my personality, so I'm glad you're liking the spoonfuls. Girl, can you finish eating? Maybe Cam and Lauren were just awesome and unique. It's an anomaly, and it probably will never happen again. We probably will never have a storyline like that again. Because even on their own season, they were the anomaly. Like Giannina and whatever. I wasn't really rooting for them. And then Garnett and the girl. The only real like storyline with them was Jessica. But we didn't like Jessica. We didn't like her before she drank the same glass that she gave to her dog, and we definitely didn't like her after. Definitely the plus size people they had passed over, and more of the pod conversations, not just the clips. We really need to invest and spend time with the contestants. Exactly. I would agree. I wanted to be... His name was Barnett? Damn. Listen, and the other day, the group chat, my friend was calling him Gareth, and I was like, girl, it's Garrett. And my other friend is like, girl, it's Garnett. Now you're saying Barnett. We was all wrong. um, well, but two people are married from Lauren's season. No. I'm aware that people are married. I'm just saying I couldn't root for them. Like, the only couple I was really rooting for was Lauren and Cameron because they felt genuine and they felt unique. You found your Paw Patrol? Okay, go. Oh, Jesus Lord. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, we were talking about the things you would rather see. LGBTQ couples is tough to do, Josette, because I was going to say then you'd have to... Let me see the logistics here. Stop. Now you're being naughty. Pick up your food. Pick up your food. Yeah, go to sleep. We about to put you to bed real soon, too. Mercy. What was I saying? I don't even know. Oh, the things that you'd rather like to see. I would like to be more invested in the couples. I want to see, like, arguments. I want to see the breakups. I really want to see where the connection was made. The other connections that don't get featured in the rest of the season, I want to see them. Make it longer. No, y'all don't see what she's doing. Don't say let her play. Because who's going to have to clean up all this rice off the floor? Me. She knows better. Okay, good morning. From the producer perspective, what do you think they were wanting us to see from this season? Just drama and no love connections? I think they were trying to show us diversity. There's an Asian woman. There's a Black couple. There's a Latino couple. There's an Indian couple. Ooh. They were trying to show us some diversity for sure. I think they were trying to show us, like, more drama, obviously, but that's a given in American television. What else? Oh, I was talking about the LGBT thing. Okay, yeah. It would be hard because, so I'm thinking about Are You the One? If anybody watched that show, they had to cast an all queer cast because it automatically cancels some people out. Like, if I'm going into a pod and there's a woman there, I'm not going to continue the conversation. If I'm going in there and there's a gay man in there, I'm not going to continue the conversation. Okay. Unless they cast like a completely bisexual, pansexual cast, I don't know logistically how they would do that. Yeah. Everyone always forgets about Barnett and Amber, but at least they were serious about getting married. This is true. I don't forget about them, but I just didn't care. I just didn't care for the relationship. Coming from a gay, not a gay, leave them out of it. The Are You the One LGBT season was a mess. I agree. I love Bassett. Bassett was a moment. Ooh, but the person he was partnered up with was trash. But yeah, I think the season was a hot. It's tough. It's tough to do like a dating show that is like that. At least where. Let me not get into it because that's not my community. I'm not trying to offend nobody. On an interview, Ayanna said she does believe love is blind, and Shayna and Deep D said it, but not for everyone. I feel like right now, I don't really trust interviews. I want to see interviews after the reunion. I want to see how people really feel after the NDA. That's what I need to see. Are You the One was the best reality show to this day. I miss it. I do. A frog? Okay. That Are You the One season was a mess. I like that they had an LGBT season, but child, it could have been done better. I like the inclusivity, but it could have been done better. I stepped out for a second. Nah, I'm good, sis. That show is too much for me. LOL. They lured us in by faking like we were going to see a diverse group of people who are connected 1000%. Because I saw the big girls and I was like, finally somebody who looks like me. A big black girl. And I had a big white girl, so I could relate with her being big, but I'm not white, if you couldn't tell. But I was like, yo, some more people who just look regular. Because let's be honest, Love is Blind is still a dating show that's supposed to appeal to the masses. They're not going to have like bumpkin ass looking people. The people are still going to be relatively good looking. So at least to see more regular people, to see Hasib, to see Brian, to see Hope, and to see, what's that girl name? Cassidy. I was like, this is what I can get with. Just regular people. I wanted to see a really short man, a really tall woman. Like, they could make it even more diverse, because then I really want to see, is love truly blind? Because what if Shayna matched with somebody who was 5'6"? How would she fare? I mean, maybe Shayna's a bad example. But there's more ways to show diversity. It's not always culture. It's not always culture. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking forward to this reunion because that's when all of the truth comes out. Typically, this is true. I'm looking for the interviews post reunion, because when people start talking and secrets start to get spilled, that's when people get authentic. So the reunion, yeah, it's a great taste, but the interviews, that's what I want to see. They definitely catfished us into watching the show, was showing different races and body types just to show us none of them. Yep. We was catfish, child. Sal is short, but he's not shorter than Mallory. I think they're the same height. And if they're not the same height, he's not that much shorter. If you saw Rocky, now Rocky is short. They barely showed Rocky, but Rocky is short. And I was like, that would have been interesting. Barnett and Amber are still happily married, and I like them. As for LGBT, it seems like both Mallory and Ayanna may be bi, so they are there, just not being paired with the same sex. I didn't know they were... Oh, you said it seems like. So I don't know. Oh, yeah, Mallory said she... Oh, yeah, Mallory did say she's been involved with women before. This is true. Wait, so they buy rings before the show starts? Because then the ring comment would not have made a difference. No, I think the only person who had a ring prior to was Kyle, because he wanted to give his grandmother's ring. But everybody else, it seems like all the rings came from the same company. So I think it's like The Bachelor, where they have their diamond person, and then they get the rings from there. He must be 5'11". Yeah, 5'11" ain't short, y'all. 5'11" ain't short. I'm talking about 5'4", 5'3". Give us a Kevin Hart. I want to see a Kevin Hart. Now that would be a show. If they're going to bring me drama, bring me that kind of drama. Don't bring me, I'm torn between two people and the blah. Now, I really want to see, is love blind? Can you get over the fact that he is a foot shorter than you? Can you get over the fact that you typically don't date plus size people and she's pushing 300? That's what I want to see. How can I'm struggling to read your comment. You have to be a previously overweight person. I want to see some currently curvy girls represented. Period. The only plus size women has been plus sized. I want to see is plus sized. But it works for Married at First Sight as far as queer contestants go. In the recent UK season, Matt and Dan are still together. Same for Married at First Sight Australia, a male bi contestant and a lesbian couple. They just need to try. But the difference, Shay, is that those people are specifically matched. So what I'm saying with the logistics is you would have to make the majority of the cast queer so that they have a potential to actually make a connection. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. Like if you were to have some queer people, they're automatically not gonna match with me, and I feel like that's a disservice to the person because they came to date everybody. That's the point of Love Is Blind. You're supposed to see everybody. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It can work. Love me a short king. Alexis, you love you with everything, king. All right, love you. But you know, I'm not gonna make the joke because you know we're among friends. Kevin Hart be saying he climbed his wife like a mountain. I'm sure he does. So Kyle gets his grandmother's ring back from Shayna. Wood left the honeymoon on day one. Also, can Kyle get his... Oh, I don't know. He's really trying to marry her, though, so I don't think he's going to ask for it back unless she truly is like, I'm not marrying you. But of course she'd have to give it back. That's weird. If you're really superficial, it wouldn't make sense coming on this show. Yeah. On Shayna going after Shane, that just leaves me confused. He is not a prize. Somebody in the comments too was like, okay, I understand she has a problem with the religion thing with her and Kyle, but it's not like Shane is like a choir boy. And he isn't. If the problem truly is religion, you're going to have the same issue over there with Shane, girl. You ain't fooling nobody, Shayna. Come on, man. You done with me, I'm done with you too. I know I'm late, but I'm with y'all. Ayanna deserves so much better than being someone's second choice, especially 5 hot minutes after you got dumped by your first choice stank face. Yes, all queer cast, but also individual isolation would be hard for Love Is Blind producers to get the love triangle content. Yeah, because you know they love a triangle, child. You know they love a triangle. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, you're responding to someone. I meant to show that message, not hide it. Oh, I can't undo it. Oh, well, it's gone. But really, if you come on a show like this, then why not someone shorter? Ooh, my computer's about to die, y'all. Let me run real quick. Yeah, I'm glad you're yawning because you're about to go to bed real soon. Okay, crisis averted. What were you saying? But really, if you come on a show like this, then why not someone shorter? Why not someone with curves? It's suspicious that all of our curvy ladies didn't make the final cut. So I have 2 schools of thought for that comment. One, you're right. You're right in terms of the whole point is to see, can you get past the physical? So that means the people who they're picking are truly believing that it does not matter what you look like. You could come, let me not make some real life comparisons. You could come looking like a tree monster. And if I loved your personality, then it is what it is. They could also do diversity in voices, you guys. Like if somebody had, if it was a guy who had like a higher pitched voice, because typically we like associate deep voices with men, like that's diversity as well. But yeah, you're right. If you truly are on a show like this where love should be blind, none of those things should bother you. The opposite side of that coin for me, again, I'm not sure if it is the casting, but I believe that the people who had body dysmorphia or were plus size, their weight was their personality. We see that with Deep D. Everything she talks about has to do with the fact that she used to be bigger. Okay, but you're not now. And I'm not even trying to discount the body dysmorphia thing. Not at all. I'm not at all trying to discount her experience. That's her real experience. That's a real thing that she's going through. However, it's a hindrance when you're trying to make a romantic connection if everything resorts back to, but what if I get big again? It's a real possibility. It might not even happen on purpose. It could happen in pregnancy. It could happen in depression, not wishing that upon somebody, but life happens. You know, marriage weight, happy weight, it happens. So I feel like they made weight those four people's personality: Cassidy, Hope, Deep D, and Frigg, Danielle. So that's why I'm like, yeah. Natalie keeps saying Shane is hot. I'm like, girl, what? I'm with you, but hey, she likes what she likes. Ooh, so somebody in the comments was saying they're not quite sure if Shane has dated outside of his race. Is that what they said? I don't want to misquote the person. But they basically said, you know, they assume that Shane's typical type is blonde hair, blue eyes kind of woman, right? How do you guys think he will fare with Natalie's mom? Because some of you guys are saying Natalie's mom is going to go off on Shane. I can't see Shane meshing with the family. Yeah, I want to know, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, I do feel like, too, he has a history of dating a certain type of woman. That's not Natalie. That's just my assumption. He didn't say it, but I think it. So, yeah, what are y'all thoughts? The awkward kiss between Shane and Natalie was so cringe. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That would be enough for me to be like, you know what, baby? You can keep the ring. You could keep it. Because this kiss is horrible. She will not approve. It's not going to work. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, for me, that, like, I don't know, a kiss is a sign of, like, attraction. And the way Mallory kissed Sally, you're like, I don't know. The way Deep D kissed, the way Shane, what's his name? Shake kissed Deep D. I was like, this is a passionate kiss, but it feels forced. And then I had to check myself and be like, girl, are you just looking for problems? Maybe I was looking for problems. Who knows? Him and Natalie, don't see it for them. Oh, for real. Why am I making up words? Yeah, me neither. I'm rooting for individuals to choose themselves, not any couples to make it, actually. I agree with you. Queenie, you said a whole word. Weight often becomes a part of people's personality. It seems to impact their self-confidence. 1000% M. Carter. Also, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, like, it's sad to see. In the same way that they kind of made resilience and strength Ayanna's personality, down to her being picked second and her accepting Jared's explanation. And he was like, wow, most women wouldn't even give me a chance after like knowing what I just told you. And strength is the only thing she gives you in the like he didn't give her nothing. Like y'all said, he gave tacos to the thing. Like he really was like lusting for Mallory, but Ayanna's personality was strength. Ooh, the strong black woman. Child, we want to be a damsel too. And the big girl, oh, she's the big girl. No, they have names. They have personalities. They have life. I don't know. What did Summer say? I don't see it for any of them. Oh, yeah. Queen, who do you think will get married? I think they're going to do Deep D and Shake. I think they're going to do Mallory and Thing. And I think they're going to do... Yo, we keep forgetting about Danielle and Nick. But I think they're... Are they going to get married? Because it looks like they're going to have a pretty big fight. But I don't see Natalie going through with it. And if she does... And I obviously don't see Shayna and Kyle. Why is everyone obsessed with Mallory? I don't see it. Baby girl. do I? She's beautiful. But the obsession, I'm like, Jared, come on. Jared is almost making it seem like Ayanna's a schlub. The way that he was talking to Mallory at the mixer, I'm like, oh, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. I just figured out that Shane reminds me of Gary Busey. I have to look that person up. Give me a second. I should have learned my lesson from the last time I was live. That y'all's comparisons be rude as hell. And I should never look them up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm literally in tears. Oh my gosh. Mercy. Wow. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Can't lie. Oh, Busey. My bad. Oh, wow. Wow. He does look like him, though. Kind of, sort of. That could be his dad. That could be his dad. If Danielle gets married to Nick, she's going to need to go to therapy. First of all, she needs to go now. She needs to go yesterday. She needs to go last year. All right? She needs to go a long time ago. Long time ago. I know. Now I can't unsee it. I'm so upset. But yeah, she needed to go a long time ago. Because listen, I can spot it. I can spot a toxic relationship from a mile away. They were both too sensitive. You need balance in a relationship. If the man is more emotional, you need a woman who's more stoic, and vice versa. You can't have two emotional people, child. Shane looks more like Gary Busey's son, Jake Busey. Oh boy. Here I go again, setting myself up. What's his name? What'd you say? Jake? What'd you say? Yeah, Jake. You make a good point. You guys are funny. Oh my gosh. I didn't say Busey. Did I say Busey? I said Busey, no? I swear I said Busey. Anyways, his long lost son. Identical personalities too. That's hilarious. First off, why would she cry in the closet when the bed was right there? That's your problem? The fact that she cried in the closet and not on the bed? My problem is, so every time he's talking to a beautiful woman, you're just going to assume that he wants to cheat on you? Danielle, girl, get it together. Like, she couldn't hear the conversation. She couldn't really see him flirting with anybody. But the fact that he was socializing with other women, the fact that he was looking in another woman's direction, he must want to cheat on me. Girl, you need help. You need help. I said, Busey, damn. I tried. I'm sorry. I don't know these people. I'm trying my best, y'all. If Ayanna gets married to him, the closet is more dramatic, yeah. And I think, too, it could have been manipulative for her. Because why even bring it up, like, in that way? She could have been like, you know what? For a second, I was looking at you out there, and I was like, dang, like, those women are pretty. Like, is he looking at them? Like, kind of made it a joke, and then they play it off. But she's like, yeah, I was crying in the closet for 3 hours. How do you want him to respond to that? And then he goes, you need to stop the toxicity. Yo, Nick is a character. Oh, my gosh. I did not expect him to be a gossip and the way that he was. That shocked me. And him like, stop the toxicity. I was like, this is hilarious. Oh, this is hilarious. I was reading something else. If Ayanna gets married to him, they will need to have a conversation about the scene because he was disrespectful to her when he was talking to Mallory. Yeah, they would definitely have to debrief that. Definitely have to. Hopefully, she loves him enough to let it go. But I'm telling you, she would be a better woman than me. She would be a better woman than me. I don't understand why do producers think it's okay to recruit a contestant that is a gaslighter. That is a horrible, emotional, manipulative tactic. Hate that people like that have a platform. They like the drama. They like the drama. And also, too, let's be honest. It's very hard to account for human behavior. A person can look great on paper, but how they actually act in day-to-day life is hard to sift out, especially when they know it's a television opportunity. There's exposure, there's all of that. So of course you're going to present yourself in the best way possible. But now that it's time to really interact with people, your true character is going to be exposed, whether on the show or after the show, it's going to be exposed. So I hear you. And I do think when they are able to see it and still cast the person, that is wrong. But when they cast the person and then it comes out later, it's hard to account for that. It's really hard to account for that. It's wrong, but I Googled when she said she cried in the closet. Like, baby, there's a bed, a couch. Why the closet? I don't know. Nick is definitely messy. He always has the tea. He has the tea. He's pushing to get the tea because he was like, yeah, I think you should talk to Mallory. I think you should. And he's like, yeah, maybe in a second. No, you should go do it now. I'm like, Nick, let the man talk to her in his time. Not queen vibes. Oh my gosh. I want to know how long the conversation between. Yes, that was my question too. I want to know how long the conversation is. And I want to know how close of an earshot. Wow, where is her name? Ayanna. I want to know how close of an earshot she was. On another note, my DM's draft for Salvador is pending until conclusion of the season. Baby, I hope it works out in your favor. Let me tell you. I hope it works out in your favor. And you better treat that man right. Okay. I'm sure you're going to be on a long list, though. But you better treat that man right. Nick creates the tea. He does. He stirs it up. He pours it. And he drinks it. All of it. All of it, y'all. All of it. All right. Well, I got all I wanted to get off my chest. So, y'all let me know. Sal was listening to the conversation the whole time. Of course he was. Of course he was. He needed to know what he could report. Because as soon as he got back to that hotel, he said, girl, let me tell you. I said, Nick. Nick. And lo and behold, Danielle was like, I don't even care about that. Who were you talking to? And why were you talking to her? Now, girl, is he able to have friends? Ooh, if Nick has female friends back home, he better dump them quick. Dump them quick. Imagine if Deep D married Shake and found out he sees her as an aunt. The embarrassment. Oh, the embarrassment. I'm still confused. Do they pick the rings before? Oh, it's gone. Me and E gonna try to get Kyle because I know the list is short. Oh my God. Alexis, I'm gonna revoke your moderator privileges. Oh my gosh. I am going to revoke your moderator privileges. Oh, Lord have mercy. Whew. Anyways, the producers need to move a little messier in the sense that like we need flashbacks and screen pauses showcasing distance between hours, how long yeah. If they want to be messy, they could be messy in that way. I agree with you, Domo. Yes. Mallory needs to stop playing with Sal. That man is fine, has great communication skills. He does have good communication skills. Is emotionally intelligent. Yes, absolutely. And she let Jer Bear get in her head. Mm-hmm. It's them nigga vibes, man. I'm telling you, like, woo, big back. And don't get things twisted. Jared is a beautiful man in my opinion. He's beautiful. So I can understand why she's like, damn, I missed out. I get it. But his character is trash, which makes his physical, okay, it really doesn't make him that much more trash. But like, it diminishes a little bit for me. This is the funniest shit and shadiest live chat. I love it. Man, if I was really showing my true self, a lot of y'all would probably unsubscribe. But it's okay. That nickname Mal is lame too. He was like, how can you not tell you were number one? I would go in there, Mal. What does that prove to anybody? And that's another thing. Guys, let be real with me. Be real with me for real. If you were torn between two people, why was it so easy for him to be that emotionally distraught from the proposal of a proposal? He didn't even propose. He was proposing proposal. Okay, that's number one. Why would he be so easy to get that emotional about that? And then why would it be so easy for him to explain what happened to Ayanna? I don't feel like that was like him letting her know like, oh, it was truly dead even. I think that's him hinting to the fact that he really wanted to be over there. I want honest answers. Don't give me, well, some people can be polyamorous. We understand. But our assumption is that the people who could cast for Love is Blind subscribe to monogamy. Was he truly tied in between, or was he keeping his safe option because he knew Ayanna was always going to be there? Let's be honest. You're petty AF too? Well, man. Jared is fine. That entering the shower scene, I was like, listen, baby, you ain't got to cover nothing. You ain't got to conceal the front. That's okay. And every time he would, when he would pick Ayanna up, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. But then I don't like that he would say, come here, child. And I get it. That's probably their banter. But I was like, oh yeah, she does kind of look like a kid compared to him. Anyways, I want to know the whole story on Jared's near-death experience and why his family wasn't there with him. Yeah. Because your friend stabbed you? I've heard of stabbing in the back, but he literally took a knife to your belly? Sheesh. Yeah, he's handsome, but his F-boy tendencies do ruin it. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. It was ego for Jared. Men like to chase. Girl, right. I would have been fish grease hot if I was Ayanna. It's trifling for him to do her like that. That's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, Ayanna is second choice, and she's accepting it. Yes, I feel like she has been second choice throughout her. I hate that for her. She deserves the world. You know what? And that could be why she was like, you know what? It's okay. Her over there consoling Mallory, her accepting the story, having her little moment when she crouched in the hallway, but then coming back and be like, it's okay, I'll still marry you. God forbid. God forbid. Y'all are pushing this Love is Blind Japan on me. Fine, I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll review it, but I'll watch it. I will watch it. That's what I was saying. Ayanna is just the emotional dumping ground. There is no way a man feels that comfy telling you about them and the next woman. Shake my head. He could he could have kept all that to himself. Exactly. I feel like if you're truly tied between two people, you don't relay. Because I never heard him relay anything to Mallory. It felt like whenever he was talking about, oh, y'all are dead even, it was to Ayanna. I might have to watch it back to verify that, or one of y'all will tell me right now. But she was a dumping ground, like you keep saying. She was definitely his dumping ground. Honest answer, he was on TV, had to tell her, and didn't want to look like an F-boy on TV. Well, it made him look like more of an F-boy. It made him look like more of an F-boy. When Ayanna fell to her knees in the hallway, it was so sad. It was so sad. But that was the point that I thought she would really have been like, yeah, then I'm choosing to move on. But no, she stayed. I bet we could properly find the details of his stabbing in the news. Oh, yeah. We probably could. I know some reality TV fans be in the know. So somebody in here who's a fanatic, go find out the tea. We need to know the story. What happened? What had happened? Also, why Jared didn't give tacos to Ayanna or something? Because he knew she was black. What was he supposed to bring? Some soul food? He gave the girl tacos because she was Spanish. Right. He did not speak on Ayanna in that way to her. And he wouldn't because he's not trying to tarnish his connection with her. And even him, I think even he knew, like, there was a potential that she would lose out on him to Sal. Because who proposes proposal? Especially when you've already asked for the ring, you've already talked about moving in and stuff like that. Like, who proposes proposal? Just propose. Maybe he proposed proposal because he had a plan that if it didn't work out, he could make a case to Ayanna that he didn't propose. He just asked what would be the outcome. We're on to you, Jared. We're on to you. Black people like tacos. We do. I just had pupusas yesterday, and I'm not El Salvadorian. I be loving the Hispanic food, but you know exactly why he did it that way. Come on, y'all. Let's not be dumb. We know he did it that way because he knew she was Spanish. He didn't have no soul food. Well, shoot, soul food would have been nice. Do you think Shayna saying yes to Kyle after Shane, she was too late? Do you think Shayna saying yes to Kyle after Shane, she was too late, but want to show Shane what he lost? In Shayna's mind, she probably felt she's better looking and more Shane's type than Natalie. I don't know. You make a good argument or a question. I don't know. I'm noticing a theme in dating shows here. Black men keep their options. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Black men keep their options open while black women stick to one man. Example, Marvin on Too Hot to Handle. Cinco from Love Island. You ain't never said nothing but a damn word. It happens all the damn time. We be loyal to our damn fault for what? And that's not to say that's exclusive to black women. She's just pointing out a specific theme, which I subscribe to. That's true. We do need to keep our options open on these damn shows. Like, damn. Sorry, that really got me because you're speaking facts. You're telling the truth. Jared damn near fell apart when Mel said she had stronger feelings from someone else. So I have a question with that. Do you think his, I don't even want to call it love, to be honest. Do you think his feelings for Mallory Let me pose this differently. What do you think was stronger for Jared? His feelings for Mallory or his competition for Sal? Because some people in the comments were of the belief that it was an ego thing, him going after Mallory, just to kind of show up Sal, right? And even at the mixer, he was like, oh, congratulations, man. I'm so proud of you. Ooh, la da da da. But then spent the whole night talking to her like he was upset that he lost to Sal. Or was he truly that in love with her? Apparently. That had him so disheveled. What do y'all think? Ayanna should have had another option. Maybe she didn't have one because, well, we wouldn't know because we didn't get to see. But you can't keep your options open on this show, can you? Clearly it can. If your name is Shayna or Shane or what's the man's name? I just said it. Jared. Clearly you can have your options open. You want to talk to Shayna? She has a cousin named Shayna. Shayna's not here. Shayna's not here. Yeah, Shayna's at home. Yeah. It's true. Competition makes a man's heart grow fonder. Yeah, I felt like I would have loved to see an alternative story where they were both into him. Because that's the only way I could truly believe that he was torn between them both. But because they were both into him, but Mallory had somebody else, I feel like competition took a precedent at that point. Y'all are saying competition, both. His vision for Mallory, to be honest, I think. Okay. I feel like his expected look. I feel like his expected look, what he believed Mallory looked like, and the emotion bond was great. Oh, so what he thought she looked like and the emotions he had for her was greater. Okay. I wouldn't call it love either, because if he loved Mallory, he wouldn't have proposed to Ayanna afterwards. Who does that? Who does that? That ain't love. That's a need to make sure I get my 15 minutes, homie. Woo! That's a good point, because I don't think about competition aspect for Jared. You didn't think about the competition aspect. Yeah, think about it. Strong like plus competition. Definitely, he definitely liked her. But I feel like the competition kind of gave her an edge, you know? I don't know. It looked like things were civil with Sal and himself. Maybe he fantasized a lot about Mallory, but not Ayanna. See, but even that tells you that it's not dead in the middle. And I do think here's why I feel like things were not that great between him and Sal. If I know you are engaged to somebody, I will not monopolize your time like that. Unless they were exaggerating how long the conversation was, I would have felt like, you know what? Congratulations. It's nice meeting you. This is so interesting. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy in my thing, and I hope the wedding goes well. Don't be sitting there talking about, well, I would have done this for you and I would have done that for you. And look at the ring. Look at the ring that he got you. I know you don't like that. You want to know why? Because I know the ring that you wanted, because we talked about. He wasn't really cool with Sal like that. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. What did Daisha say? Oh, he totally wanted the 15 minutes to stay for frame. Oh, yeah. Ain't none of the people in love? No. No. What's funny is he knew Mallory was entertaining another man and he was even socializing with Sal and still chose her over Ayanna, who didn't have anyone but him. That's a sobering reality. Like, I knew that, but like reading it, damn. That's facts. That's facts. He seemed upset. He just asked what type of ring she wanted, and Sal didn't. Exactly. Exactly. Unless they talked about it extensively to the point where like it took up a lot of their conversation, I don't see why he would have did what he did. I think he did that to plant a seed of doubt. He did that to cause some discourse in their relationship. Things weren't all cool. And another thing I would have liked to see, how did Sal see? Now I'm gonna get frustrated. This is why the dating process of the show needs to be shown more, because you cannot tell me. When Mallory was out there boohoo crying on a damn bookshelf, all Ayanna did was walk away and she didn't think about it. She didn't talk about it with other women. She didn't have her own little confessional being like concerned of why she was crying like that. That would have been nice to see. And also when Jared was having his emotions, where was Sal? Because Sal knew he was in competition with Jared. I would have liked to see what Sal was thinking in his head when he was seeing Jared cry like that. Because we got little glimpses here and there when it was between Shayna and Natalie. Like, you would see Natalie feel away you would see Shayna feel away when Natalie would come in with, like, news like, oh, he's my boyfriend now. Oh, we're engaged. Like, you know what I mean? But we missed that with the other connections. Like, no, we need more of the dating process, man. 2.5 episodes is not enough. 2.5 episodes is not enough. A ring doesn't make a marriage, and if you need to be told this, you aren't ready for a lifetime commitment. This is true. This is big facts. This is big facts. A wedding doesn't make a marriage either. Even love alone doesn't make a marriage. Child, a lot goes into marriage, child. And people be finding that the hard way. I agree. They do need to show more of the dating. Does anyone know how long the dating process is? Apparently, it's over 10 days. It felt like 3. Yes, he planted the seed of doubt, and if he truly cared about Ayanna, he would have never mentioned the damn gold ring and had the conversation with Mallory. That's what I'm saying. If he respected Sal and he truly loved Ayanna, it would have been congratulations, happy for you. It's interesting seeing you, but deuces, I'm going to my fiance. You got Ayanna here socializing with every single person but her damn fiance. I get he was trying to point out he listened to her preference on a ring, but you should be able to see beyond superficial things like that. If you can't, good luck holding down a marriage. Yeah, man, 10 days. 10 days. I think Jared wanted your exotic Latina who had a great chemistry. Also, I don't think he saw Sal was the other guy. I don't think he knew Sal was. He did. They the day that he proposal, they were sitting at a table discussing what they thought Mallory, like where Mallory's head was at. So he knew. He knew. Either Sal and Jared said they didn't know who Mallory's other interest was, though. I think like they didn't know which one she had stronger feelings for, but they knew they were, they knew. Jared definitely the sneaky link type. He can't even cut off his ex-girlfriends. This is facts. He's like, well, you never know. She could be in HR. You gon' listen. I have no problem with people being cordial with their exes. All right. But you gon' keep the door open, communicate with her and all that stuff. Because she could be working in HR. That's the only job available for you, Jared? And she's the only person in HR? Tell me you're a bullshitter without telling me you're a bullshitter. Come on. Yo, he pissed me off with that. He really pissed me off with that. I can see this turning into some kind of wife swap situation. This is so true. This is so true. The dynamic between Natalie and Shane is weird. I feel like he just wants Natalie to feed his big ass ego the way Shayna would. I could see that. Did you see the preview of Ayanna going into the SUV? No, I didn't, but I saw them having a disagreement in the kitchen. I'm gonna watch that preview again because I feel like I really gotta break it down. I really gotta break down the preview. That's why I can't respect Barnett for not wanting. That's why I can respect Barnett for not wanting to talk to. Perfect example, Alessia. Perfect example. He had a genuine connection with Jessica, but he had made his choice. Therefore, there's no point entertaining the past. He don't love that girl. Oh, he gonna break our girl's heart, y'all. He gonna break her heart. Not the... Deneen? Stop. That's not funny. That's not funny. OMG. I laughed when he said he didn't want to burn bridges with exes. He's an ass. Like, I get one or two, but all of them, you be talking to all of them. He's like, well, not every day. There are guys who I don't even consider exes, but we used to mess around and you good over there. I don't even need to have your number, let alone communicate. None of that. And I'm single. It would be even more so in a relationship. There's just certain things you don't do. I swear some of these people propose in the blink of an eye just because they want to see what the other person looks like. Yeah, that could be true. I thought Jared was trying to do the entrepreneur thing. Why is he worried about HR? Tell me you're a bullshitter without telling me you're a bullshitter. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. But he burning bridges with Sal and Ayanna. Exactly. He's a liar. Oh my gosh. They're trying to make Shayna be the villain of the season. It's Jared. It's Jared, man. Do you think the introvert-extrovert routine, Jared and Ayanna, would work? I think it would, because the more that I see Ayanna with Jared, she seems to be like a little more extroverted. And at the mixer, she was very social. So I think she's not like as outgoing as Jared, but I don't think she's a hermit either. So I do think it could work. Heavy on the cheater vibes. Ooh. Deneen, you are out of order. Listen, let me tell you. He's too sloppy for me. I'm all the way disgusted with Jared. Yeah, man. I just hope Ayanna wisens up during this process because her intuition was correct and sometimes it takes some time to listen to it. But she gotta... Oh, but she gotta. Yes, she gotta. It's wrong. It's funny, but it's wrong. But it's funny, but it's wrong. And it could be true. Could be true. I could have moved forward. I couldn't have moved forward with someone that chose me second. She messed up there. I'm really having the epiphany that I feel like that's why he didn't outright propose to Mallory. Because he would have to save face to Ayanna. And that would be the only way. His real argument is that he didn't propose. And it's true, he didn't. You know those people who get you on semantics? Jared is the type. Jared is the type to get you on semantics. But I didn't say that. Okay, but come on. Reading in between the lines and implications, we know what you meant. If she would have said yes in that moment, oh, if I proposed to you, would you say yes? And she said yes. You would have proposed. I cannot imagine saying yes to a man proposing to me when he would have chosen someone else if she would have said yes. Choosing to be second, no thank you. Exactly. Ayanna and Salvador need to get together and leave these chumps. I don't think they would work. I don't think they would work. I honestly feel like Ayanna would have a better chance with Kyle than she would Salvador. I wouldn't see it. Jared is strategic. Can't stand semantics. People, they know what they're doing. They know what they do. He seems like he knows how to swindle. Exactly. Right. Once I realized he came running to me after he got turned down, I would have ran. And that's what I thought the hallway moment was. I was like, ooh, she's done. She's done. Comes back on the pods. Girl, get yourself together. Jared's excuses for the ex was basically him trying to put a wall between them so she will know that he will be having a lot of females around him. So Ayanna either get with the program or can either get with the program or not. You could have a point. OMG, yes, he's that exact type. You argue with him, but because you worded it a certain way, he slips right through. Niggas be knowing. And it's not just niggas. I'm just using it because he be a nigga. I want more black men and women. There were a lot. They just didn't get picked. They just didn't get picked. I wish he didn't say, oh, no one else would have given me the chance after what I just said. It's like, this is a red flag run. He kept affirming her resilience. Okay. He kept affirming her resilience, her strength, and it gave her a sense of pride in it. So that if he was to hurt her like that, he could still be like, oh, but you're so noble and you're so great. And she's already wearing that as a badge of honor. So of course she'd be like, yeah, I am strong. And I know that he was, split-minded, but he chose me. No, I don't give a damn. Girl, never. But a day later, how did he even get her back in the pot? How did he get her back in there? He knows the game. Amani, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Iron Man. We're all in consensus that Jared is full of it. Oh yeah. Did all that crying to stay. Imagine. Had such a great, powerful moment, and she could have came back to all the girls and been like, you know what? I really had feelings for him, but I'm choosing me. Hey, you choose that nigga? Oh man, come on. Okay, you're making noise. Yeah, you're making noise. I'm putting on my lipstick. Where's your rice? Oh, okay. No, you can't have lipstick. You're too little. Where is your lipstick? It's in the kitchen, actually. It's in the kitchen. It was kind of funny how Miss Girl, Shayna, wanted to leave the hotel. It's in the bedroom. She said, I think we should sleep in separate rooms. And he's like, okay, cool. And she's like, yeah, but now. He's like, it's okay, go get it. He's like, girl, it's 7:30. It is? Wow. Yeah, I'm knackered. Yo, she's funny. Oh my gosh. If I'll give Shayna anything, it's the comedic relief. She's hilarious in the most ironic way, because I know she's not trying to be funny, but she's just funny. Because I'm a hustler, baby. It's for you? Okay. You got your boo-boo? Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of us women can't mask our voice for a long time, let alone 10 days. Most of the other white women voices change in the pod and in the resort, too. It's just they able to last longer. Do you think so? Just a theory, you say. Okay. Have we addressed how messy producers are for knowing Shane was going to propose to Natalie and they sent Shayna in? Wait, let me read that again. Huh? Okay. Have we addressed how messy producers are for knowing Shane was going to propose to Natalie and they sent Shayna in? Is that what they did? I missed that. The only part that I noticed was when Natalie came, Natalie came in and Shane was like, "Who's this?" And she's like, "Take a guess." "Oh, Shayna, what's up?" And Natalie's like, "What?" And he's like, "What are you wearing?" Shane, why would you do that? Oh my gosh. I like how, oh, it killed me how Shane tried to get mad at her because she caught him in his trifling. Not Cletus. Oh man. I missed that. Maybe I need to watch it again. I missed it, you guys. Dang. Shane sounds exactly how he looks. That's a fact. Shane talks like a college frat boy. I don't know how he had two women fawning over. Well, Natalie, now that we've seen more of her, it makes sense. And I guess Shayna, I don't know. Especially because the alternate connection was Kyle. I was like, you're torn between Kyle and Shane? Shake's switch up was real quick on Deep for no reason. She's so pretty and has a cool personality. I don't think there was a switch up. I think he tried to convince himself he can get over his type, and it settled in that he couldn't. You have a horse? I don't know what the hell this kid is watching. There's horses, there's superheroes, like there's goo. I have no idea. This is what they're teaching the young. She's 2 years old, taking this foolishness in. Remember, only producers knew who was in each pod. You have to let them know each time. Ah. I hear you. I swear, when he said the wrong name like twice in a row, I cringed so hard. I'm surprised I'm still here to talk about now you're surprised I'm still here to talk about it. And then Shane was gaslighting Natalie when she was upset. Because I think that was the only time she really was confronted with the fact that he was pursuing somebody else. She knew in theory. Thank you. But she was never confronted with it. Because every time she would come back and confess what happened between her and Shane, Shayna would be out. She would be like elsewhere. And she wouldn't bring it up. The only person who would really talk about her connection with Shane was Natalie. And so Shayna would go back to Shane and be like, "Excuse me, what's going on?" So yeah, it was really surprising to me how Shane took that opportunity to become the victim. I said, boo, you better stop. You better stop. You are not the victim. I heard on another podcast, you asked to talk to some people and they send them in one at a time. So I guess Shayna asked to talk to him and Shane asked to talk to Natalie. And the producers were like, why not? Oh, okay. Yes, and when he met Deeps, he tried to overcompensate with the booty grabbing and the face kissing, trying to convince himself. I agree. I think he was doing too much to kind of be like, yeah, who squeezes somebody's... No, let's talk about this butt squeeze. Who squeezes somebody's butt so much that it looks like a scrunched up water bottle? That was too much. It's heavy? You locked it. You locked the door. That's why it's not opening. Unlock the door. Unlock it. And I know you be knowing what I'm saying. Ooh, kids be smart, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. This kid. I can't with it. I can't with her. What was I saying? Yeah, the booty grab. Even if you were my man, why are you scrunching on my butt like that? That was too much. Laverne would. He sure would. And if he wouldn't do it, he would definitely want it done to him. Huh. That's a fact. He was squeezing it like that was No, for real. No, for real. Deep did say he said he was going to do that. I get doing it. But he literally was like... Hmm? Oh, wow. She had a water bottle butt. She had a water bottle butt. At least he got her consent beforehand. Yes, this is true. The gaslighting on this show is at an all-time high. Girl, no, don't do it. I didn't want to go there. Shake knew what he was doing to feel how that ass felt. You know, for real. Stop jumping. There's people sleeping downstairs. There's people sleeping downstairs. Yeah, you have to stop jumping. Yeah. Thank you. The grab looked like it hurt. Woo! Mercy. You can sing, but I'm saying don't jump. See, now you got the neighbors here. I told you. I know it's probably about the jumping. I just told her to stop. I'm sorry. Yeah, no problem. See, stop jumping. Getting me in trouble with people I don't even know. Mercy. He reminds me of the song I Can't Keep My... Stop jumping. Stop it. I said... Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You're getting me in trouble here with people I don't know. I live in a building with white people. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. Not today. Anyways, we've been here for like 2 hours, y'all. I think we're good. This girl got to go to bed clearly because she acting up. She acting fresh. So, any last comments before we go? Yes, the neighbors. I also did think Shake did it because Deepti said she lost a lot of weight and wanted to see exactly if it was firm or not. Your neighbors are bold. LOL. They better suffer with the noise. No, but actually, like, this is an old building, so any kind, like, even when I'm talking, I know they can hear it because I can hear when other people are talking. It's so bad. I hate it here. But the jumping, like, it's probably a lot, and it's late here, so I get it. That's the first time they've ever knocked on my door, though. So I was like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. She was jumping pretty heavy. I know it's probably weird, but Shake and Deep's kiss was one of the only ones that looked somewhat enjoyable. The others were kind of blah to me. I agree. And that's why I was like, I had to check myself to be like, okay, are you feeling like he was doing too much because everybody was doing so little? I don't know. But I felt like Jared and Ayanna's kiss was a little bit more natural. But literally every single other person, it just looked awkward. It looked awkward. Like I said, it's cute for a moment. And then, That's one thing I hated about growing up on the third floor. You can't just be a kid and have fun, constantly having to worry about the downstairs neighbors. Oh, she's not my daughter. She's my niece. But yeah, I hear you. And plus, they're probably like, yo, what is this? Because she's only been here a week. So they're like, all of a sudden the upstairs neighbor is making all this noise. Like, what's going on? You want to sleep? Sleep? Sleep. Yeah, we're going to bed. We're going to bed. Turn off the tablet or the iPad. I feel your sixth sense is right about Shake. LOL, I'm with you. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Jared and Ayanna was decent too. Exactly. Yeah. We've been here 2 hours, y'all. I feel like we've exhausted all we needed to say. So with that, good night. I'm gonna see it. Turn off the iPad. Turn it off. Turn it off. Thank you. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna binge them. We're going to bed. Take your baby. I'm gonna see if I can binge and maybe like bust them out a little bit quicker than I was before. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Y'all keep the conversation going. Tantrum is about to start. Good night. I love y'all. See you in the next video. We are going